It starts with Phantom Assassin and Shadow Shaman, heading downwards on the map into Radiant Jungle, between middle and bottom lanes. Radiant can see that the Dire just killed Roshan, and in the view, there are 3 Dire players heading to the other end of the map away from them. The place where our Phantom and Shaman is most probably safe without risk of getting ganged. Somewhere in the area of Ward Pillar PA goes to one creep camp, and Shaman is heading to another one, the one located in the river close to the stairs. On his way to the camp, Shaman abruptly turns to his right-hand side and starts running towards PA. Say 4 seconds later, he triggers his Ghost Sceptre. At this moment, there is no cause for his behavior, no signs of enemies around. A few seconds later, Sand King appears at the foot of the stairs, heading in direction towards Shaman, who is now tightly accompanied by PA, who is now aware that something is happening. They both simultaneously attack Sand King and kill him. At the moment when Shaman triggered his Ghost Sceptre, there was no apparent threat to him. From Radiant's vision, and as I said, it isn't logical, any enemies would be around because they were seen a few moments ago, walking in a different direction. But from Shaman's behavior, we can quite clearly deduce that he is aware of some kind of danger. Judging from the way how he abruptly turns and changes his direction of running, and then uses the scepter, he knows that someone is in the fog to his left side, or behind him after he turns. When we look at the replay without fog, we can see Sand King for the Dire is coming from the Roshan's cave up the stairs and enters Radiant's jungle on the elevated surface. He continues walking downwards in the direction of the creep camp which Shaman meant to visit. Sand King can see in the water below him Shaman, but Shaman can't know about him. Sand King is still in the fog until he gets down under the stairs. But Shaman clearly knows about his presence. At 43:40, game time, just after entering the river, Shaman briefly turns in northeast direction, like he would like to climb up the stairs, but he quickly turns the other way and continues walking downwards. This particular brief balking of Shaman is very well explained when we look at the replay without a fog of war. When looking at Sand King and his Blink Dagger's radius on the map, we see that the moment the radius starts getting close to Shaman, that's when the hesitation happens. It almost looks like Shaman has hit some invisible wall which made him go away. Then Shaman keeps walking downwards and just watch the Blink Dagger's radius. Shaman had to change his direction, otherwise he would have got inside of the radius. Then comes the Ghost Scepter triggering. From the replay, we can see it happens very shortly before Sand King turns in Shaman's direction and prepares to attack. But Shaman can't see Sand King, so how is that possible? This we can see in the video evidence. The moment Sand King turns towards Shaman is just like 100 milliseconds after Shaman has triggered his Ghost Scepter. Conclusion: bulking and sudden changing of direction could be arguably accidental. But when connected with the triggering of the Ghost Scepter, it gives the entire thing away. It can't be any more clear. What's the chance of accidentally pressing Scepter without intending to do so that it fits into the entire situation like this? I think perhaps the same like winning the lottery. So we can clearly see that the bot knows the entire time about position of Sand King, including knowing of his item's radius. Even before the action appears on the screen, Shaman is reacting to Sand King targeting ground next to him, probably for blink and strike. What could be an auto-dodge function of Umbrella Cheat software to trigger the Ghost Scepter? In this case, it surely isn't, because we can see that Scepter goes a very short moment before Sand King turned towards Shaman. This is pointing towards OpenAI 5 since there is a clear faster reaction time, approximately 100 millisecond as measured by my not specialized means. This is a well-known feature of OpenAI 5 that they have a faster reaction time thanks to the direct connection into the API of the game. So the AI can see the thing happening immediately after happening on the game server and also react to it immediately. Because from the logic of the thing, it would be placed either on the same server or just somewhere close to it with a cable connection. So the game receives bot's reaction faster than the initial action actually appears on a player's screen.
The OpenAI 5 bots also played Dota 2 by reading the game's information directly from its application programming interface, API, which allows other programs to easily interface with Dota 2. This gives the AI instant knowledge about the game, whereas human players have to visually interpret a screen. If a human was able to do this in a competitive match against other humans, we'd probably call it cheating.